Fellas, what's going on? It's your boy Leak, aka The Commence. We're back, baby. Fantasy football season is back. The season is 1 week old, a little bit late, but oops, didn't mean to start that up again. Sorry about that, sensitive computer. But anyway, got the week 1 of the Dirty Dozen Fantasy Football League under our belts. Happy to be back with you guys. I know I was slipping on this video last season, but I'm going to try to get you these videos every week or maybe 2 weeks or whatever. Just update you on the season, what's going on and all that stuff. I missed you guys, man. Missed you guys, and I had to wait till I got on the road to get this done because this is the only place I can get some peace and quiet, man. It's nice and silent here, quiet. I got my notes jotted down on some of your bum squads out there, especially you 7ing brothers. So we'll see what's going on. So we're going to do a quick draft recap. Week 1 recap at this point. It's 9/11 today, Wednesday. Happy, well, not happy, but rest in peace to all the fallen soldiers out there. Real talk, that 9/11 was real. And then we're going to do a week 2 preview. Call it a day. All right. So first up, we got who had the best draft. I would say we'll see after we go through these drafts. But right now we got Jersey Throng. I got the defending champion David Larderi, who I owe a 6-pack of soda to. Actually, I'll send that to you, brother. I got your address. Jersey Throng, not Jersey Strong. You got that, Jersey Thong? Thought that was kind of cool. Played on a lot of names in this season. But anyway, solid nucleus, very solid nucleus for the defending champion. Keenan Allen leads the way with Matt Forte, AJ Green, and Alshon Jeffries. Very good nucleus there. But he needs Cam Newton to be healthy, and after missing week 1, the jury is out, especially with those ribs. Take it from somebody who's had rib injuries. They don't go away, especially in football. Sam Hilliard, oh my God, this is the delusional one. Bought, not buying, something. I don't know what's wrong with him, man. I think if Jerry Jones ever turns up missing, though, he may be. I'm going to call and turn his ass into the FBI because this is one man who hates Jerry Jones because he turned his Cowboys into just mere trash, just chump change with every decision he makes. And after watching Bob Lee on Outside the Lines, Jerry has no intention of giving up the general manager role. So he's going to keep picking you guys' talent and making the Eagles the class of the NFC East without a championship, chump. But anyway, Sam Hilliard, Cowboys fan. He has a good roster. He has nice DeMarco Murray, Eddie Lacy, Russell Westbrook, it looks like, Reggie Bush. Strong at running back, but needs a little bit of wide receiver help no matter what he says. Pierre Garçon could have a good season, but I don't think so. We'll see. TD, my man, Tim Duncan, double league duty. Solid at running back. I don't know about Cutler, though. Or did you not pick Cutler? I don't know. These are just notes. I have to take a look again. Gronkowski, got to worry about the health problems, but the Broncos are a solid pick. I'm sure you're going to have a pretty strong team when it's all said and done. But what you do with it, no one knows. The Gridiron Pranksters, as they're called, great at running back. And he actually has a really good team because he has a solid QBs, great at running back. Will Cordarrelle Patterson have the breakout year everyone is thinking? Who knows? But if he doesn't, did a great job of scooping up Josh Gordon off of the waiver wire. I think Sam had him. After Sam dropped him, word got out that the Players Union and the NFL are getting together. They could have this drug policy ratified or whatever, and in that new drug policy, guys like Wes Welker and Josh Gordon will not be suspended. Good job there by the Gridiron Pranksters, vulturing Josh Gordon off of the waiver wire before everyone can get to him. He could pay off huge dividends. Let's see. We got the Fin Plastic. Not Fantastic, but Fin Plastic. I like what I was doing with that. Got Peyton Manning. Fantasy god right there. #1 fantasy scorer last year. We'll see what happens. Great at running back with Le'Veon Bell. Percy Harvin looks to be a stud if he can stay healthy. Really going to help because it looks like the Seahawks are going to be using him a lot. The Seahawks defense and Andre Johnson. Could he have the comeback with that everyone is thinking, even if he does have Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback? Anyway, we got my dad, H2O. My dad is like an old player. Been at this fantasy game for a long time. Does he have the best wide receiving core? Quite possibly. Had a late pick in the draft, so he went wide receiver, and got the best 2 in there. He's going to be strong. He has Tom Brady. Got great value getting Brady late, but are Brady's fantasy heydays behind him? His best days in fantasy, are they behind him? Jennings, can he carry the load for the Giants? I don't know, man. The way Eli's playing, they could put 12 guys in the box, and Eli probably couldn't complete a pass down the field. But we'll see how that plays out for Jennings as the season goes along. Mark Ingram, 2 touchdowns in week 1. I know this is a draft preview, but I gave you a little foreshadowing there. But he could pay some dividends as well as he's looking to capitalize on a contract year, and he's coming off a strong preseason. Derek, the Brooklyn Boys, great draft. I don't even think he was there. I think he paid somebody to do it. Got to talk to the Board of Governors and see if that's legal. We may have to find him a draft pick next year for doing that. The Brooklyn Boys, great draft, solid at every position. Even has interesting backups. I didn't write any names down, but I said right next to it, might have had the best draft. So kudos to Derek. Got the best draft when you didn't even do it. That's probably the only way it could have happened, my friend. Anyway, Brungy, silent but deadly. Never really says anything. He's kind of on a world tour right now, going over. He's teaching the Chinese, Koreans, Taiwanese, everybody about strength training and all kinds of things. He's actually creating an app, prohoopstrength.com. I strongly suggest all of you brothers like myself looking to get back into the playing shape, go check it out. Has some great exercises. prohoopstrength.com. Brungy. AP. He always ends up with AP somehow, man, and half the Broncos team. But anyway, it's RG3. Not looking good after week 1, man. We'll have to see what's going on with RG3. Zach Stacy, he might be like Steven Jackson, tiptoeing through the line as big as he is. Don't understand that. Victor Cruz needs to slap Eli upside the head a couple times and get him right. We'll find out what's going on with that offensive coordinator. Jordy Nelson is good. Roddy White looks really good in week 1. Nice draft, pretty much that's it for Brungy. Not surprised, though. He did it from halfway around the world, though. Impressive. Team Mojo, the big brother of the Sevenings. Trainer extraordinaire for the Spurs, Drew Brees. Oddly enough, he didn't take the Bears defense into the 5th round this year, which is actually quite surprising. They're usually his 2nd pick. Drew Brees, Alfred Morris, Deshaun Jackson. This guy claims to be an Eagles hater, but he always picks Deshaun Jackson, even though he's with the Redskins now. Julius Thomas, great pick there. Julius Thomas is a beast, man, and Peyton seems to love throwing to him, and he's on a contract year, so big things may happen for him. Team throw them out the league. This is the little brother of the Sevening clan. This guy talks more trash than a little bit, but he's funny like Jersey Throng, so I kind of keep him in the league for that. Andrew Luck, solid running backs. Demaryius Thomas, really good there. 49ers defense, Stephen Ridley, is he going to fumble once and get cut this year? Who knows? And then lastly, Nelson Boyce, my man, the karaoke king from New Rochelle, New York. Very good team. Says he's going to be more into the league this year. Has Matty Ice, and Matty Ice put up a big game. I think he had about 40 points in week 1 in that shootout against the Saints. That was pretty good there. Vincent Jackson's always good for about 1,000, 1,200 yards or whatever. 7, 8, 9 touchdowns. Jimmy Graham is a beast. He's going to probably carry the team. But Trent Richardson, Arian Foster, those guys may lose their jobs this year, so looks like Nelson will be looking for a running back. That was the draft recap. I'm going to speed things up, get through this really quickly. We got week 2. Actually, we're going to do week 1. The week 1 roundup, and then we're going to do the week 2 preview really quickly. Fellas, once again, I'm glad all you guys have been in the league, paying attention. Even you guys like Sam Hilliard, who are going to be in last place after next week, staying involved with the league. Anyway, Team Takeover, that would be me. I got to come up with a new name. I don't like my name, Team Takeover. But I got to win. Over Sam's team. That's team delusional because he thinks he has the best team in the league. 121-106. Fool even told me, I lost, but it was close. You better watch it. So, okay, whatever. Team Fantastic or Fin Plastic whooped up on Team Tro. Good game there, 136-120. I'm not going to use the decimals. I'm just going to say 136-120. It's faster, sounds better, and it flows better. 30 H2O's Eagles, Harold Johnson, El Papa right there. 114-101 over Team Mojo Rising. That's a good game there. Harold Johnson led by the number 1 wide receiver in the game, Calvin Johnson, 29.4. See what Josh Gordon has to say about that. And Thomas, whatever his name is, Thomas from the tight end, Julius Thomas from the Denver Broncos. top tight end in the game, 28.4 points on a contract year. Just not enough as Team Mojo Rising comes up short, 0-1 on the season. The pension plan, Maryland, that might be the best name in the league. Boys, the new Kevin Willis of the NBA. Oldest dude in the league, him and Steve Nash. I love it. The pension plan, that is the name. Don't change that name. Team Bust Your Ass. Nelson, we got to come up with something better. But the pension plan, they got whooped up. In fact, I heard the cops were looking for Nelson Boyce for elderly abuse. 111-94, beating up on Tim Duncan. Smacked down. Oof, Tim, what you gonna do? Always been known as a rebounder. Gonna need to rebound in week 2. As I said, Jersey Throng. Whoa! Did not see this coming. The Gridiron Pranksters. Gangsters, pranksters, it's all the same. 145-86. Forget that. The cops aren't looking for Nelson anymore. They're looking for Carlisle Peak. My man is at the peak of his game right now. Oh my goodness. Jersey Throng, how are you going to be defending champion and you didn't even start a starting quarterback? You started Cam Newton, who everybody knew was going to miss the game. Or if he was playing, he was going to be limited at best. Let me see who was on your bench. You had Ryan Tannehill. Okay, 17. You started the right guy. Ryan Tannehill, you started the right guy, quarterback at Cam Newton, but you got whooped this week. Nobody showed up except A.J. Green and Matt Forte. Maybe Julian Edelman with his 13 points, but wow, 38 for Matt Stafford, 14 for Monty Ball, Cordarrelle Patterson with 21.8, 21 for Darren Sproles. That is a deep team there for the Gridiron Pranksters, but knowing Carlisle, something's going to trip him up later on in the season and have him upset at me for something that's out of my control. The Brooklyn Boys beat up on Team Brungola 111-93, no decimal points involved. The Bengals defense led Brooklyn Boys with 20 points. Actually, it was 20 points if they led them. It must have been a real, just even affair. 5 guys in double figures, that kind of thing. And Brungy was led by Ryan Fitzpatrick. No wonder you lost. 18 points for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Let's look at this box score and see what happened. 13 points. Aaron Rodgers didn't do anything against that Seattle defense. That's to be expected. But let's see, 18 points for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Adrian Peterson didn't do much. Zach Stacy tiptoed around. Victor Cruz couldn't do anything. Thanks to Eli. Roddy White, solid game. And Joyke Bell, 11. Left 19 points in the form of No Sean Moreno on the bench and still got the win. So that was week 1's wrap up, fellas. Everything started up right on time. So happy the football season's back. And I'm really loving watching Roger Goodell tiptoe around this Ray Rice stuff. How crazy is that? Anyway, week 2 starts off with the pension plan and team takeover. I got to come up with a better name before I go up against the pension plan. Even though I'm up 1 point with the home court advantage, I'm down like 10 based on the names. That's a fly name, Tim. The old fella. I like that. Team Bust Your Ass travels to the Tro. Matt's, I think it's in Chicago or Indianapolis or something, but Team Bust Your Ass travels to the Tro. The Gridiron Gangsters travel all the way from New Rochelle to Brooklyn to take on Derek Hostlers, Brooklyn Boys, and Team Built Not Bought. Should be shot, isn't it? Team Built Not Bought should be shot. Travels to Chicago to take on Finn Plastic. Mike Finley in the house doing his thing. Great week 1. Dirty H2O's Eagles. Dad, I need something that's a little easier to say. I'm going to get tongue-tied and might miss a video or two if I keep trying to say your name. Taking on Jersey Throng. That should be a pretty good game. Both teams very solidly balanced and matched up. We'll see what happens there. Jersey strong, oddly enough, in Jersey. And all the way from Quakertown, PA, of the Dirty H2O Eagles. Mr. Mojo Rising, San Antonio's finest, by way of Chicago. And Wisconsin, Green Bay, Stevens Point, or the La Crosse, whatever, one of those cold schools. But anyway, all the way down there, he's traveling to wherever Brungy is in the world right now, teaching the wonderful world of strength training. So I think he was last in China, but they are going up in week 2. So that's it. Week 1 Dirty Dozen Fantasy Football League video is back. We did the draft recap, week 1 recap, and the week 2 preview. You guys stick with the league. Thank you so much for being involved. I will see you guys hopefully next week, but not very long after that if not. Alright, I don't know what I just said to finish this, but if I don't see you in week 2, I'll definitely see you in week 3. Peace, fellas. Welcome back.